divide? Is there really a digital divide? Pastora, nakatingin kayo, sir.
Digital what, sir?
Digital divide, yung between the poor and the rich in may access sa electronic gadgets.
Sure, wala po akong nakikita doon. Kasi parang for me, everything is just sensible po para sa lahat eh. Very, ano siya, ako kami na lahat, even the smallest kid, kaya mo.
Yeah, I agree with you, Pastor. And in fact, ito ang nakakatawa, and this is real, yung mga nasa ibaba, Class D and E, okay? Class D and E, mas advanced ang smartphone kaysa doon sa nasa Class B and C. Alam niyo ba yun?
Yes.
Tayo, ginagamit natin ng smartphone.
Tricycle driver, meron. Mga nagtutulak ng karito, namimili ng basura, may cellphone.
Yes, Attorney Noy. So, yun nga, Bakit? Tayo, for me, just for me, I've been using my cellphone for 3 years. Ito naman na bago model, I have not replaced it. Pero, yung house help namin, okay? Every year, we change the cellphone. So, I don't know why. I don't know why. Yung kapitbahay namin, house help nila, nagkukontrol sila, they have new cellphone also. So, is there a digital divide, really? Or, people just giving wrong priorities in terms of these smartphones. Okay? Let's look at the AES timeline in the Philippines. Okay? In 1997, Republic Act number 8436 was passed into law, which authorized the use of AES for the May 11, 1998 elections. However, in 1998, AES was not implemented due to time constraints and lack of budget. Okay? In 2007, Republic Act number 9369 amended Republic Act 8436 and authorized the use of AES for the May 14, 2007 national and local elections. Okay? In 2008, Smartmatic provided the first ever AES for use in the ARMM, or the Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. This is not a national election, but only a regional election. The cost of the project is 500 million pesos. So, maliit lang, For ARMM, compared naman sa billions today, Okay? That was the smallest contract awarded to Smartmatic at the time. In 2010, this is the largest outsourced automated election system in the world. Take note of that, It's the largest outsourced election in the world, with 50 million voters using the Smartmatic provided AES. Okay? In other countries, or let's say in the United States, they have 50 states or so, and each state would have their own technology provider. And sometimes, even one state would have several technology providers. But in the Philippines, it was Smartmatic and Smartmatic only that handled the full national election in 2010. Okay? I think the cost at that time amounted to 8 billion pesos. Okay? Just for the precinct count optical systems, or the PCOS machines. Okay? But take note that there are several components. So the election management software was awarded to them. The transmission facilities was awarded to them, which they subcontracted to Smart and Globe. Okay? Even the ballot printing, it was subcontracted to Smartmatic. So everything was with Smartmatic. Okay? I should note because in 2010, during the presidential and vice presidential canvassing system at the House of Representatives, kung meron kayong mga video noong time na yun, ako po yung nakaupo doon sa likod ni Speaker Morales and sometimes sa likod ni Senator Bong Revilla during the canvassing. Ako yung nagbibigay ng maliliit na papel sa kanila. Okay? On how to answer questions from the media and from the other stakeholders. Okay? So at the time, there are two groups. One group trying to protect, no, the credibility of the AES, and another group questioning the credibility of the AES. So, na-remember ko, nung nakaupo ko sa likod ni Speaker Cabrales, nandun sa kabilang side yung mga AES critic. One of them is Dr. Nelson Celis, na may tinatanong siya. And of course, kailangan sagutin itong mga House Speaker and Senate President. Eh, hindi naman alam ni Congressman Cabrales kung ano sasagot. So, I will pass him a sheet of paper na yun yung sasagot, babasahin niya, and then he will respond to the query. Okay? Napakagaling ni Speaker Cabrales. I will put bullet points, and then when he deliver his reply to the question, it's as if it came from him.